Hi, welcome to this new section in which we are going to be using a special structure to report or talk about something that somebody said before. And we call this reported speech or indirect speech. So whenever you hear any of those titles or those terms, we're talking about the same structure. So let me first tell you what this is about. Imagine that somebody said something and you have to tell somebody else what the first person said. So imagine if somebody said, I am happy. Look at this chart here that we're going to complete here. I am happy. And that person is using the present simple. So if you're going to tell somebody what the other person said, you would say, he said that he was happy. As you can see, we don't say, I am happy. He said, I am happy. No, he said that he was happy. Did you notice that there's a change in the verb tense that we're using? He said, I am happy, using the present simple. And when we report that somebody said something using the present simple, we use the past simple, as you see here. He said that he was happy. That is optional, so we could just simply say, he said he was happy. That's it. All right? What if somebody says, I am reading? When you report that, you say, she told me that she was reading. She told me that she was reading. If the person is using the present continuous, I am reading, we report that by saying that with the past continuous. She told me that she was reading. All right? What if the person says, I was his friend? We have actually two choices here. When we are using the verb be, sometimes it doesn't seem very natural to change that to a different verb tense and simply saying something like, she said that she was his friend. So because we're talking about something that is permanent. In that case, we don't change because that may still be the case up to now. But sometimes, in that case, we don't change from the past simple of the verb be to the past simple when we are reporting. But when we are using a particular sense of the sentence, if you say, I was his friend when we were very young, probably in that case we could say, she said that she had been her friend or his friend. So when we say something using the verb be in the past simple, we might have to use the past perfect. But that is on a one-on-one basis. So we have to be careful with that. But in general, the case is what happens with the next example when we use the past simple with a verb different from be, like when we say, if somebody says, I loved this book. I loved this book. So we use the past perfect to report that. She said that she had loved that book. She said, or he said, that he had loved that book. As you see, we have the past simple in the original statement and we report it using the past perfect. All right? That is kind of the only thing that is not completely straightforward, that you always have one choice to go with. So you have to think about it when you're using the past simple, but especially with the verb be. With the rest, we just go with past simple, past perfect. If somebody says, I have never gone bungee jumping, I have never gone, that is present perfect, we report it by saying, she told me that she had never gone bungee jumping. From the present perfect, we change that to the past perfect for the section that we are reporting. All right? When we're using all these modal auxiliaries, including will, for example, if somebody says, I will be here, we would use would, we change will to would. He said that he would be here. By the way, we don't say, if he says, I will be here, when we report, we are not there anymore, so we say, he said that he would be there. That is the same thing that happened in some previous examples, but I didn't want to give you so much information at a time. Somebody uses must. For example, you must wait for me. She told me that It is possible to say that I must if it is something that continues until now, but the easiest way to report that is by using had to. She told me that I had to wait for her. There is another modal auxiliary that is ought to that we can use there, but the easiest way to report on must is with had to. All right? And when somebody uses can, you can leave your bag here. So we change that can to could. He said that I could leave my bag not here, but there. All right? If somebody uses may, I may arrive a little late. We change that may to might. She told me that she might arrive a little late. All right? And finally, when we use any of these, could, might, or should, we keep the same modal auxiliary. You should think about this. You could say, she said or he said that I should think about that. Not this, but that. That is what changes when we are reporting. All right? So I know that you may have seen this in the past, but let me just review that for you. I have a very, very simple activity here. You don't have to think much or produce much. Just match, read with the instructions with me, match the direct speech sentences on the left with their corresponding indirect speech sentences or reported speech sentences on the right. That's all you have to do. So I'm going to give you a moment to pause your video and complete this assignment. And in a moment, we're going to compare your answers with mine, okay? So for now, pause the video, please. All right, I hope that you did it and that you have your answers. And let me go over them, all right? This is on the first column, we have what she said literally. She said, for example, I run every day. So when we report that, we say, she said that she ran every day, present, past. If she says, I am running every day, she said that she was running every day. Good. Next, she said, I have run every day. So she said that she had run every day. Next, in the past, I ran every day last week, for example. She said that she had run every day last week. All right, I don't have the last week there, but that is the idea. I will run every day next week, for example. She said that she would run every day next week. She says can. I can run every day. She said that she could run every day. We don't have more choices, so this is a giveaway, remember? She said, I should run every day. She said that she should run every day. That's it. Thank you for completing the assignment. And on the next video, we're going to have some extra activities, a little bit more challenging, with which you are going to practice reported speech or indirect speech. I will see you there.